Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan Eastman coming to you live from Lorraine. Joining me in the booth tonight is Wes Carey. How you doing, Wes?
It's nice to be here. Great to be here one last time before the FAFL season starts. So this is pretty good to be here for the FVA. Bit of a game here. We've got Biloxi versus Lorraine. We've got one team already in the playoffs, one team in the hunt, but kind of barely, to be honest. Ryan, can you just kind of explain that to us?
BLV has always, this past, I'd say 3 years, ever since they brought together the likes of Derek Kim and Sterling to the team, have been a force to be reckoned with, and them and Plymouth both clinching playoff berths just before All Star Week. Whereas Lorraine, they've never really found their stride with their draft picks and their free agents acquisitions. They've always kind of been on that cusp of seventh to 10th seed in the conference. So once again, they find themselves, on the outside looking in, but they still have an opportunity to make it in. They just need to get a few games to go their way, and one of those games might very well be here tonight at home. Biloxi traveling. Speaking of Biloxi, three of their players participating in the All Star game may be impacting their performance here tonight. Obviously, Sterling, Derek Kim, and Vilkasitis participating in the All Star game, which happened just a couple days ago.
Yes, it indeed did. And for those who missed it, Kiara Hughes won the slam dunk contest. Always kind of a tough crowd to kind of impress. I should know. I was one of the judges, and I was the odd one out last year. They are dunk connoisseurs at the dunk contest. You got to be really, really, really good. Trevor Cruz won the 3-point contest. Another thing for him. Eastern Conference won the rookie game 24-17 with Safira Kelly of the Baltimore Spirits being the player of the game. And then in the main game, the Eastern Conference won that too, 140 to 134. Jake Turner of the Plymouth Taproots was player of the game yet again. But, well, I mean, maybe, I don't know if he was player of the game before in the All-Star game, but I know he gets player of the game all the
He
time
was
in the
a
league.
couple years ago a player then.
Well, then he'd start again.
But
uh,
nonetheless, that game definitely had a lot of travel for the Biloxi Voodoo. We'll see if there's any kind of jet lag. A lot of the Lorraine Firestorm players had extra time to recover. Edwin Griga pulling out of the 3-point contest after suffering an injury in the game before the All Star week. Decided to pull out, so he had plenty of time to rest and recover. Anika Tompo, their rookie starter, did head over for the rookie game. Obviously, she's back. Then she had an extra day compared to the All Star game to recover as well. So we'll have to see if Lorraine comes out with a bit more energy here tonight to start with compared to the Voodoo.
I think that would be the case. Normally, when you see with these also weeks, is that the teams with a lot of players in them tend to struggle a bit coming out of it just because of fatigue and all that.
Too
It's
much
just
partying.
too much partying, playing in that. Meanwhile, teams that aren't that involved in it tend to be better off, but sometimes that still doesn't save you. So we'll have to see if Lorraine are one of those teams who can take advantage of it, or if they're just too much of a predicament here that they still can't take advantage of it. So we will have to see tonight how that goes.
Yeah, but I think I see the players heading to the floor now.
We're getting ready for the throw up on the court or the ball up or whatever. Sorry, still need to get used to the terms again. As Lorraine win it, and they're gonna have a first chance here as Tongpo goes to Kendricks, hands it off to Silverman. They're trying to get the first points of the game right now as Loomis has it. And Lorraine going for it, and they get it. So first points of the game to Lorraine. Certainly their best start to get, Ryan.
Yeah, and Fitch Loomis, kind of a late season change they've made, putting him at the shooting guard position, a player that needs to really step up and prove his worth on this team.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of players here really need to prove their worth if they really want to start getting out of that. And a foul here by Rieger, first reach in foul of the night. But as I was going to say, Lorraine a lot of their players really need to step up if they really want to get out of that no man's land of mediocrity at the moment.
Yeah, you definitely have to say Grigo probably their best player on the team, and I mean they have some young talent coming up with Kendricks and Fitch Loomis, but at the same time, Griga is getting older. Silverman is getting older. I mean, she coming over from Arizona after being cut there. It's kind of a question of, okay, you need to find your stride pretty quickly, Lorraine, or else your best players are going to be out of their prime of their career pretty quickly.
Exactly, and it doesn't help they've been losing a lot of players like McDonald Rainbow to other teams, so they really need to keep hands on the players that they already have at the moment, like Tompo, who is in the running for Rookie of the Year as we speak.
Yeah, I'd say she's outside shot at it. Definitely a player who hasn't necessarily had as big of an impact as some of the players on the other teams, like Arizona Whips with Inari, with Edmonton, Cooper, even with Tallahassee with Martin. I mean, those three I would say are the three main threats for Rookie of the Year, but we have a couple outside chances, like with Tompo.
Exactly. It's been a very good rookie class this year as Lowenthal gets it in and Biloxi are out to a 4-point lead at the moment. So while I've been speaking, Biloxi have kind of gotten a good start here.
And Lowenthal, that's 2 baskets already, one of them being a dunk. The Griffins showing off here.
Exactly. You want to make a good statement coming out of All-Star Week. Certainly, you want to prove that you have the playoff credentials, and Biloxi are certainly showing it at the moment. As Lorraine go for a throw there and miss. That has not been good for them. As Biloxi come in, chance for another 2 points. Oh, missed the bucket.
Yeah, Rybread being a little aggressive there. Early in the shot clock, putting something up didn't work out in the end.
Exactly, as Lowenthal gets it, hands it to Kim. Certainly one of the contenders for MVP. Goes for it and doesn't get it, as we've got another missed bucket.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where Derek Kim falls in this year's MVP voting. He's been in contention for a couple of years now. Definitely a player to keep your eye on, especially once we get to the playoffs and see how he has an impact on this team.
Exactly, as Kim has the ball right now. Shot clock's starting to kind of run out. They really need to... Oh, almost a steal there. They're going to need to put something up here. There's only 2 seconds left in the shot clock. Going for it. And that's what happens when you get pressured. You just don't take the right amount of time, the right amount of skill. And Loomis has it. Lorraine almost lost it there.
Yeah, they double-teamed the rookie, and that was just cruel. But she answers back with a bucket of her own to bring them back within 2.
That is a good bit of play from Lorraine, managing to stand up to the pressure there. As Biloxi trying to go for it again. Riva with it at the moment. He's another contender for the MVP as we speak.
And interesting the fact that he did not get selected for the All-Star game, but it kind of come down to all 5 of BLV starters were arguably all-star caliber players.
Yeah, that's the issue with the All-Star game. There's only so many positions there, and there's so many players who can get them. So don't feel too bad if you don't get in, because, I mean, even if you're really good, it's really hard to pick. As Riva gets the 2 free throws in, and Biloxi back up by 4. As they come in to... As Lorraine come in to try and get that back to 2 again. Biloxi with the good blocking here. Silman with it. They're going to have to try and go for it in a sec. They've got 5 seconds to do so. Otherwise, they'll get a shot clock violation. They're going for it, and they get it. Alicia Silman gets it.
Yeah, that was just a... They did isolation the whole time, and I'd like to see a little bit more activity like that coming out from BLV. A quick dime down low to the post.
Very good play there by Biloxi. Really good play. If you can keep doing that all night, you're in a good position.
Yeah, and I think that comes in with BLV, the fact that, Derek Kim, Sterling, and even Andreas have played together for a while now. So, ooh, that was a big foul.
Ooh, jeez.
Sterling, that took Tompo down.
Jeez. I expected from him, he's probably not the most, people don't consider him their most favorite player in the league, but if you're well liked by your teammates, then who really cares?
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with that. He is one of the most fouled out players in the league, and I don't think it's because the refs have a grudge against him. I think there's a rightfully deserved. He plays very physical in this game.
Exactly. He's a very physical player, and that probably leads to him not having that many friends in the league. But, as I said, if you got the confidence of your teammates, then really who cares? It's all about your teammates, it's all about the team. As they're coming up to try and take a score here, Lowenthal almost gets it. That would have been a great play right there for Loxy there, but Lorraine getting a good layup here, and it's back to a point.
Hey, Griga elevating there. He definitely gets it done from beyond the arc. One of those rare stretch power forward, players that can get it done from the three-point line, but there just used his speed and took off for a flight.
Exactly, that is a good play by Edwin Griga. As Veloxy trying to get a response here, 5 seconds on the shot clock, they're going to get it off. Kim struggling, but he does get it off and misses. Lorraine playing very good basketball there on the defense.
Yeah, I think you point out that's like the second or third time that we've seen the shot clock really grind down to the very end, and that's showing Lorraine having a great defensive presence, and they take the lead here off that basket.
Great play by Lorraine. That gets them the lead. They almost had their shot clock grounded down to the bare minimum as Biloxi go for it, and that will just be a 2.
Yeah, Kim's claws were just on the line, and I mean, going to the shot clock down to 0 isn't a problem if it looks like you've actually had a play develop, but BLV really hasn't had that. It seems like they've had to just, okay, Kim, take a shot here at the last second a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. They really need to get a lot more structure into that game plan when it gets to that position, because it really doesn't seem like they have one. I think maybe they came into this game thinking that they could easily get it done without having to worry about that, but as Lorraine is showing, they really do need to worry about that as they go for the shot and get it.
However, a nice turnaround jumper in the post. And I mean, to an extent, BLV has relied on just their pure talent to win games sometimes, and they definitely have the justification for that kind of mentality. They already in the playoffs. So it's not like at this point they're fighting for their lives. Right now they're fighting for their playoff seed.
Exactly. I mean, it's good to have the high-end talent get you there, but you're going to have a team there as well. You can't just rely on it for all the time. You've got to have some structured game plan here. As Lorraine get it back to 1 point, they're really hanging with Biloxi at the moment.
And it's also some physical play. That's, again, coming down from Silverman, just using her body and getting a basket in transition with a tight defense around her. That's veteran mentality right there.
Exactly. That's why you want some good veterans on your team, along with good talent and some good rookies. But the thing is, they're going to have to worry about that come next season and onwards, because there's only so long you can kind of rely on them before they start dropping off. As it's a 3-point game at the moment, Kendrick's trying to go for it, hands it to Tompo. Tompo kind of stuck there. Good blocking by Biloxi, and they're going to try and go for it, but a bit too far out there. So, back to Biloxi.
Yeah, and that was a good shot there, honestly. Open look for Loomis, but just too good boxing out from BLV. And Loomis in transition, that time works. That's his second bucket here, but 33% from the field at the moment.
Yeah, not great from Loomis. They'll need to pick that up. I think as Biloxi trying to go for it again, they really need to get a bit of a plan going in these situations. The shot clock's draining out again. Kim with it. 4 seconds to go here. Going for it. And, geez, that's just been kind of the story of the night in those situations. They just haven't been able to get it done as Grieger goes for it. And Lorraine up by 1.
Yeah, and if you're... I wonder what Lorraine's game plan is, because BLV definitely one of their scariest factors is their three-point shooting ability between Kim, Vilka, and Lowenthal. And they really haven't brought it out here yet tonight. And if they can't get it going, that's just going to open the post play even more. And River, not the player you want taking a 3, but the shot clock left him no choice.
Exactly. You don't want to leave it to River, but God, they really had no choice there. As Lorraine putting up a good fight here. Loomis with it, hands it off to Kendricks. Hands it off to Silverman, but they're getting frozen out here from the hoop. And Tompo, it's time running out here. Gonna go for it, and it's about what you expect. But Kendricks gets it and gets it in.
Yeah, the Giraffe playing physical down low, able to get into a better position there. And a strip from Silverman.
Strip from Silverman. Can Silverman get this? Oh, no, going to hand it to Loomis. Going to go for the 3 and doesn't get it.
That would have been a great play to put him up by 6 there.
Exactly. Just didn't get the finish on that one. As Kim's got it right now. Hands it off to River. 45 seconds on the clock as we speak. As the shot clock runs down to 5 seconds. Oh, God. Got to get it off now. Hands it off. And they get it in. And it's back to 1 point.
Yeah, but they're relying on Derek Kim to make shots with the defense draped all over him, and he has the skill to do so. It's just, why take lower percent shots? Yeah. Oh,
and
wow.
Another foul here. Valka with it.
That almost went in, too, with that little hook shot.
Jeez, that would have been great.
Well, I mean, it might have gotten Loomis a little bit back in this game. I mean, 2 missed three-pointers so far that were wide open. Needs to get done from the free throw line here.
And they do. As we're getting a couple of interchanges here, as looks like the entire team is going to be changed up here, which makes sense. There's only 24 seconds left in the first.
Well, I'd almost just finish out the quarter at this point.
I mean, I would, but it's a team strategy. I mean, they go with what they want to go with. As Foster's got it, shot clock's still on at the moment, but that's just because we only had about.
It might as well be turned off.
Exactly, but try time that to the referees and the timekeepers. As Ekholm going for it and gets it, and now the shot clock's turned off with 8.3 seconds.
Now, it looks like Lorraine will finish this first quarter with a lead. The question is, how much?
Gonna go for it and misses, and it'll be a 1-point lead to Lorraine at the end of the first.
Well, definitely not how I projected the first quarter going. We talked a little bit about perhaps some jet lag from All-Star Week, and for Derek Kim, definitely looks like it so far. But at the same time, I feel like we haven't seen a lot of energy from Biloxi aside from Lowenthal.
Yeah, exactly. It's just been a very low energy Biloxi at the moment. I expected a lot more high energy from them. As Lorraine going up with it at the moment. They're kind of trying to get through there, but again with the defense, this has been a very defensive game so far. As Durand trying to go in slowly, but the time's running out, and it's gonna go to O'Connor here, and they'll shot clock violation.
Yeah, thought it was a foul. Thought it was a foul for a second, but no, shot clock gonna come into play there.
Exactly, and as we've been saying, there's been a lot of edging down of the shot clock here, and we've seen our first shot clock violation. So really, defense playing really well. Meanwhile, these teams have really got to try and break through it. As we got a foul here, illegal screen.
Okay, we're getting some interesting fouls called out now. We don't see illegal screens often.
I mean, what was the illegal screen? Was he holding like up an HD TV, just trying to block at that point?
No, this isn't Disney. He wasn't, with the selfie stick on the court.
I know. I was just trying to make a bad joke.
Well, Durant for
And
three is no good.
No good there. As Malone, the veteran, trying to come through here.
Well,
and it's been stopped again.
I was going to say, you talk about veteran presence on a team. Well, there we go, driving to the basket. I mean,
exactly, there we go.
That's just good heads-up play, but looking at BLV, they really almost have to rely on Malone coming in as the sixth fur for that championship blood. I mean, if anyone's going to lead you to a championship, it would be Malone and Foster dunking it down.
Great dunk by Foster. Jeez, that is great there, Ryan. Jeez, and we're back to kind of defensive play here. Lorraine down to 10 seconds on the shot clock as I speak at the moment, and Durand, God, they're gonna get off the shot here, otherwise they're gonna get another shot clock violation, and that's gonna cost them, I think.
Yeah. The plays are developing too slowly for me, whereas BLV is finally showing some energy, and it's coming from their bench. And, I mean, obviously they had a play right there. They've decided to pull it back, and they're trying to build something up. And they are going to run out of time here, but they've at least moved the ball around a lot this possession.
That's good, but got to get off here, otherwise it's going to be another foul here. And, well, it's about what you expect, but, hey, better than getting a shot clock violation as Pratt goes for it and misses.
And no threes here tonight so far. Lorraine's really been the one to take off, and Cantor pushing BLV up to 5 ahead now.
Great play by Cantor there, and it's kind of been one of those old school contests as Lorraine take a timeout, and very much not many threes in this one. And I think if you're a fan of those, you're probably being very disappointed in this game right now.
Well, Lorraine has put up a fight, but they've gone quiet here in the second quarter. They haven't scored a single bucket, and they need to break that. And that timeout, I hope they drew up some kind of play, but it looks like Durant, they're just going to drive to the basket and get blocked.
Yeah, they're going to come up with a better plan than that, I think. I mean, you can't just drive up to the basket in this league as Malone goes for it. And, an 8-0 run in the past 2 minutes here for Biloxi. It's just, it's not looking good for Lorraine. As they're going to try for it again. They're struggling. Hands it off to Lowe. Can Mason Lowe get something going here? Not really, as Durant gets it. They're going to have to shoot it off again, but O'Connor, chance for something, and they actually get something there.
Yeah, first basket in 2 minutes for Lorraine. And it's just not going well for them this quarter, and Malone leading the way for BLV, definitely taking command of the court, both leading the charge with points and leading the defense. And we're going to see a foul there from Ekholm, and it will stay with Lorraine now after that foul.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, with Ryan Malone, I mean, he's doing what you expect from a veteran of his caliber. He is, if you need a veteran leader, he's the one to go for. As Lorraine trying to go for it again. They don't get it, but Lowe trying to get it and gets it. Jeez, great play there from Lowe. Malone coming up the court. He's going to try and go for it. And, well, no, he's going to try to get through, but he can't really go for it. He almost loses it, but he's going for it now. And Durand takes it.
Yeah, well, they need to keep it up with Lowe. Lowe definitely has an advantage with his size at 7'6", one of the taller players on the court. And BLV doesn't really have that much height to match up against him, except for Alcombe, who gets the offensive board and the putback.
Definitely a great play by Alcombe there, as Pratt has got it, and I think height is going to play a factor in this game. And they're really slow with the ball, Lorraine, but they've handed it off to Durant. Pratt comes off there, but there we go, and another bucket. And it's back to 3 points.
And see, I really like the fact that Lorraine had two of their bigs already crashing to the basket. And in fact, they had the defense completely boxed out. So even if Durant had missed that shot, Lorraine should have been able to pull down the offensive board. They didn't need to in that case, but that's still good play design to be able to have players there for an offensive rebound.
Oh, geez, Malone going for it. Almost a shot clock violation, and he misses again. But it's pretty much been one of those kind of games here as Lorraine trying to go for it and miss again. So, geez, very defensive game so far. As Foster trying to go for it will be the first three. No, he'll completely miss that. And Lorraine have a chance to make a play here. So go for it and get it. And also get a chance at a free throw here because of a foul.
And one opportunity to tie it up. Lorraine looked a little bit dead in the water, but managed to pull it back, and we're tied again, 30 apiece.
Yeah, they've livened up a bit here. It's great to see. As Cantor tries to kind of get through here, but kind of struggling. Tries to go for it and misses. So it's back tied again. Lorraine have really livened up after looking quite dead in the first half of this quarter.
Oh, offensive board again. Again, the big Malmut able to just pull down those boards, and they get their first lead since they lost it in the start of the second quarter.
And that is a good play by Lorraine. They've gotten back in this one. Shark hands it off to Malone. Oh, guys, a far way back, and that shot clock isn't going up as you'd expect, and he gets it in. Back tied up. Great play there when it looked like they were in trouble.
Well, Malone has been getting it done from down low, and they need to keep it going in that mindset. They need to. Malone's three-point game hasn't been strong in years, so to rely on him and almost stripped there by BLV. Again, Foster, this time able to pull it down, and it's a fast break.
Can Foster get something off this fast break? He's going to try for it, and no. Jeez, hasn't been many conversions of fast breaks tonight.
Well, especially the ones that they've tried to take long twos or three-pointers. We haven't seen any in transition plays like that. But Magnato, great pass from Akiak.
Great play there by Lorraine. Just, they are really keeping up with a team that perhaps you would think would be wiping the court with them in a sense. But good play there by Lorraine at the moment as Malone's got it. They're struggling again. Steal here. Akiat Pratt with it. Can they convert this fast break? No, but no. Rollinghouse will get it and gets it in with a shooting foul, meaning they'll get a free throw here. Ryan, that is a good bit of play here by Lorraine.
Yeah, I'm sure Akiak wishes he had actually made that bucket rather than having to rely on Rollinghouse, the Beetle, to pull down the board. But in the end, it'll be a three-point play, and I mean, BLV was up by 7 at one point, and now they find themselves down by 5. I'm surprised they haven't called a timeout here.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't tried to get on their starters earlier in this quarter, which they finally have now, but jeez, it's not looking great for Biloxi at the moment, but knowing them, they can easily bring this game back in their favor. As the shot clock's running down again, trying to go for it, and they miss it. They really need to start better managing it and just trying to get through as Lorraine trying to go for a fast break there and just don't get it. As Benzing trying to come in, trying to go for it, and gets the bucket.
Yeah, that was just him bullying his way down low in the post one-on-one. Needs to be careful, can't draw any offensive charges. But only one foul for him so far, so he can afford to give up a few still.
Exactly, and Lowe, the big fur, probably one of the better players for Lorraine at the moment, hands it off to Highcock. I don't think I got that one right, but
it's fine.
It's fine. As Velka coming in, trying to go for it, and misses that one. So it's, oh, here we go. Kendrick's trying to go for it, and oh, jeez. Bit of a fast play at the moment, Ryan.
Yeah, multiple strips, and I mean the both team is definitely going a higher pace here. Vilka finally able to lay it up and in. Only his third shot so far tonight, but second make.
Exactly, as Lorraine coming in, rolling house. Shock gets the steal, coming through, hands it to Kim. Kim going for it and misses it. Low hands it off to rolling house, and Lorraine have got it back. Kendrick's going for it, gets it off and gets it in. Lorraine still keeping up with them, up by 3 at the moment.
Yeah, they need to be careful with those turnovers. Besides that last possession, they've had turnovers be the end of their possession. And Vilka going for 3, no good. Still without a 3 in this game.
Very amazing in this era of the FBA to not have a 3 at this point. As Low goes for a big dunk. And Lorraine up by 5. They've really livened up now. And Biloxi on the back foot at the moment.
Especially considering Vilka made it quite far in the three-point contest. And, ooh, Lowe will foul Derek from behind, so he'll go to the line for 2. But in the end, I think we'll probably see Lowe subbed out here. And, yeah, I do see players lining up on the side. But he is a player that BLV's got to keep an eye on. He's been able to pull down some great boards, even with Sterling and River facing off against him. And we will see both teams bringing out the rest of their starters.
Exactly, they're going with the rest of their stars for the remaining 1 minute 16 here as Kim tries to go for the second free throw and tries to get it in. Gets it in. First one was a bit of a miss there, so it's only 1 point for Biloxi there as Tompo with the ball. Trying to kind of get in their hands of the Kendricks. He's a lot more defensive again. Shot clock winding down. They're going to have to probably go for the 3 here. He's going to try and go in. Oh, God, they're going to get this, and it's out of bounds. Jeez. Good defense by Biloxi, but we're really seeing a lot of these plays where teams are struggling to kind of get in before the shot clock goes out. As Biloxi trying to go in. Oh! Shot clock violation again. And Ryan.
I mean, they're up. They're up by 4. I'll give it to them for now.
All right. Well, I wasn't really hearing anything from you. I thought connection had gone, but hey.
No, I was enjoying the your upsetness at the shot clock violations. We've had 2 here tonight so far. And Vilka, there it is, the 3.
Finally, first 3 of the game. Start converting, you guys. Come on, like I expect a little bit better than this. It's been a good game, but come on, I expect you guys to be able to handle the shot clock a bit better. As Tompo goes for the bucket, gets it, and that will be a shooting foul with Lorraine getting another free throw here, or will they? Yes, they will. I thought for a minute there that something else had happened, but no.
No. It was an and one opportunity, and the rookie able to make it work. And BLV will have the final shot, it looks like, but they will not be able to bring this back unless they hit a 3 and get it within 1. But I think they only making their first 3-pointer might be a bit of a stretch there. But River, finger roll, does give Lorraine 9.7 seconds left to get something off.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to get something off, but they are going to have the lead going into half-time here. And
that 3
try and go for it. And
that barely hit the rim. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's a little outside of his range.
Yeah, very much. Now, Ryan, anything you want to talk about at halftime?
We'll dive into the stats in a second, but a big surprise from Lorraine, honestly, in my opinion. I expected them to be competitive, but I did not expect them to have a lead, not only in the first quarter, but also in the second quarter.
Exactly, they're playing a lot better than what we expected. As we've got a trampoline act here, and no one going for it. And onto the stats halftime.
Well, diving into the stats, Tompo with 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kendricks, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and assist, 1 being an offensive rebound. Silverman, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 for 3 from the field. Griga, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Perfect from the floor, but I'd like to see him get involved in the three-point game. Loomis, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Lowe, perfect from the floor, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Magnano, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 for 3 from the field. O'Connor, 2 points, 2 rebounds. Pratt, 0 for 3, an assist and a steal. Durand, 2 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Rollinghouse, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 for 2 from the field. Hickok, 0 for 2 from the field in his 4 minutes on the floor. And jumping on over to BLV, Sterling, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 for 2 from the floor. Vilkasaitis, the only fur to put up a 3-pointer in the game, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Derek Kim, 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a steal, 2 for 7 from the floor. Had to take some rough shots with the shot clock winding down on him multiple times, so not surprising there. River, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. 3 for 7 from the field. An unusual 3-point attempt, but that was because of a shot clock. Lowenthal, 2 for 3 from the field, 3 rebounds. Foster, a bit of everything on the scoreboard, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. 1 for 5 from the field, though struggling to get the points up. Malone, 3 for 7 with 6 total points, 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. Cantor, 1 for 2 with 1 rebound. Ekholm, 4 points, 1 rebound. That 1 rebound being an offensive rebound, in fact. Evans, 2 rebounds and a turnover. And then Shook was only on the floor for 5 minutes, but got a steal. And Penrod, 5 minutes on the floor, too. Not a single stat to comment on, though. Zeros across the board. And like I said, I'm surprised that Lorraine has. I expected them to, win a quarter at least, but they won the first 2, putting up 21 in the first and 23 in the second.
Exactly. That's a great showing by Lorraine as we get started with the third. And they try to get it in, but can't, as Ben Zing trying to go for it and gets it, and that's a foul, and he'll have a chance to get another point on top of that.
And this is where we're really going to have to keep an eye on Lorraine and how they react. BLV, there could be a very quick momentum change after the half. I'm sure the coach definitely let into the players, their starting lineup in particular, about playing up to their standard, because BLV really hasn't played up to their standard of play.
Exactly. I was expecting a lot better from them tonight as Lorraine take the lead again. It's really going to be interesting how they handle the second half here, because you'd expect them to want to come out of the gate swinging at the moment. So,
go ahead.
I was done. I was waiting for you as Kim goes for the bucket, and they're back in front.
Yeah, I was going to say Tonpo on that last play, that was a great double clutch to pull the ball down and avoid the defense. But then Kim just driving to the basket on the other end. A little suave with the finger roll, and they're going to say Kim touched it last, so it will stay on this end with Lorraine.
Exactly. Ball went out of bounds, and, well, I mean, it's kind of been one of those nights we've been seeing. I think we've been seeing a bit more out of bounds and a bit more shot clock violations than we normally see. So let's see how Lorraine handled this. They're down by 1 now, and they're a fair way out with not long left on the shot clock again. Oh, God, this is not a good situation for them, as they're going to have to go for it from here, and it's about as what you'd expect. They miss.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have given it to Griga there and at least let him take a shot, and instead they weren't able to develop a play quick enough.
Exactly, and Silman trying to go in again. Fairway back, hands it to Kendricks, hands it to Griga, and back in pretty much the same position as last time, except with the person that could probably shoot it. Hands it off to Silverman again, tries to go for it, and oh God, they really need to stop going for the threes and just trying to just fade the way through the paint, I think, as Biloxi get another bucket. And Silverman with the ball, going to hand it off to Kendricks and to Griga. fairway out again. Let's see if they can get it into further in as they're kind of being stopped here. As shot clock winding down again. Handing it off to Loomis. Can Loomis go for it? They better go for it, and they miss.
Yeah, and to be fair, they were trying to get a screen going to get Griga open. It's just, ooh, out of bounds on Sterling. Back to Lorraine.
Jeez, you don't expect him to make mistakes like that.
But back to what I was saying, and Lorraine's going with some long-term, like long-to-develop plays. It's just they aren't really working out for them because they don't even pass to the player they're trying to. They're not giving good enough screens to get Griga open on the perimeter.
Exactly, just not really seeing much from it at the moment. And Loomis with the ball, shot clock running out again, trying to go for it, gets it, and finally another bucket. Could that be what sets off Loomis in this game? We'll have to see as Biloxi with the ball again, up by a point.
See,
They've been doing a lot better this quarter, and go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, see, that was the kind of screen I want to see. I mean, Loomis was wide open. Yeah, he probably should have set his pause before taking the shot. But even then, there was no defender around. And what does the defense just disappeared from Vilka's line of sight, but he wasn't able to make the bucket.
Yeah, as Loomis trying to go for it, misses it, but we'll get 2 shots from the free throw line here to perhaps put Lorraine in front. As don't get to see that replay as they go for it and get the first bucket, and we're tied again. And trying to go for it. Oh, the second one here, Loomis, chance for number 2, and they get it. Lorraine back in front. And Biloxi will need to score. And Kim hands it to River. River trying to go for it, hands it off and gets it. Biloxi back in front. It's a little bit back and forth at the moment, Ryan.
I mean, BLV has pulled slightly ahead, even though I think we saw Lorraine come back from an 8-0 deficit of a run to pull ahead. So BLV, even if they seem to have the slight edge right now, we can't count out Lorraine. And great defense, but Kendricks gets the ball back.
And Loomis going for the 3, and they get their first 3 of the night. And Lorraine up by 2 as Biloxi are going to have to respond to that. Kim's got it. Going to try and go through here. And again, a bit of a stoppage looking for the, looks like the screen again. And it's going to hand it to Benzing, a bit far away out, but River there. Chance to go for it and gets it. And it's tied up again. That's how you do it, Lorraine. As they're trying to go for their own version of that, going for Silverman, try and get it in, and misses. River coming in. Oh, great layup there. And Biloxi back in front by 2. Anything really interesting you in this game, Ryan, at the moment?
I mean, I'm surprised BLV hasn't really pushed the three-point game too much. They haven't needed to. But in the end, that is their bread and butter. So, Vilka being the only one to really take any three-point shots at this point. I mean, Derek Kims has taken a couple that were basically three-pointers, but nothing that I've... not their normal shooting volume.
Exactly, and I think that's why Lorraine are perhaps still in this game. As we're getting a few substitutions here as starters come off, bench players come on, and Lorraine trying to tie it up again. Can Tompar get this? They will, and it is a tied game again, and I think Biloxi really need to start getting those 3 points going if they really want to run away with this one, because they've got a bit of momentum here, but they really need to put the pedal down and really just edge it through as they get the 2 points that put them back in the lead. As Lorraine coming for it here. Going for it at the moment. Going to go for it. And River gets the ball back for Biloxi as Malone trying to go in. Oh, bit of a stop there, but he's going to hand it to Foster. It's a fair way out, but can he find someone? Let's see. As the shot clock winds down. Hands it to Cantor. Can Cantor get something going here? And yes, they can. They'll get the bucket. And Biloxi up by 4.
Beautiful little fadeaway there. I mean, Cantor obviously was actually hoping for that screen to get him a bit closer, but he stuck around the three-point line. Malone, I think, definitely needs to keep trying to attack the basket. That's where the Kangaroo has been his best. And on the other end, Tonpo getting it done. That's 14 for her tonight so far.
Very good game from Tonpo at the moment as Biloxi kind of stuck a bit here. Hands it to River. Hands it off to Evans. Can Evans get it? Almost loses it. And, blocked.
3-on-2 fast break, though. Lowell coming off the bench. She has been a factor tonight.
Exactly. Mason Law, huge factor for Lorraine tonight. I think they probably, if they can get him on the court for probably most of the rest of this game, I think they could be in with a good chance of winning here, Lorraine, because he's been the game changer for her. As River tries to go for it, hands to Foster, hands it to Malone. Time running out on the shot clock, going for it, and misses. And Ryan, just what are your thoughts on the game at the moment?
Well, I want to go back to what you're saying about keeping Low out there. I actually disagree. The Malamute doesn't have the stamina, unfortunately, to really be on the floor, and that's something he's had to work on. I mean, he's a 7'6", 335-pound fur who doesn't have the same stamina as some of these players, and he can't really afford to be out there, or else he'll start getting run around circles around him. So they need to be smart when they have him out there on the floor, because he is an impact player for this team, but at the same time, they can't afford to not have him available at the end of the game when rebounding comes in so heavily, especially with how close this game is, back and forth, 61 apiece.
Okay, I get what you mean there, and yeah, I think that's, now that I think about it, that's probably the way to go with it. I think I'm thinking about it in a different strategy. Meanwhile, they're doing something different and probably the better strategy. That's why I'm not a coach and I'm a commentator.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if Lowe is having an impact, keep him out there. Especially right here, offensive rebounds and putbacks galore for him. It's just, the question of you don't want a player to pull you down because they've hit the moment of being too tired. And Malone for 3, still not able to get anything from beyond the arc.
Yeah, as you said, he hasn't been a great free thrower for ages, and perhaps Biloxi need to keep that in mind. As Lorraine get another bucket, and they're up by 4 at the moment.
Yeah, Tonpo coming out huge here for them, and that's the player I want to keep seeing them play through right now. She is having a great game. She's matching up well. I'm surprised BLV hasn't called a timeout to perhaps make a substitution and a steal there. Fast break to Duran, but blocked. Great defense coming out for them.
Great play by Biloxi there with the block. And yeah, I'm surprised there haven't been more timeouts in general. I thought there would have been a lot more by this point, but no, we kind of haven't needed them as Biloxi goes for it and gets it. 2 points in it at the moment.
Yeah, I think both teams really trust their players and the momentum. They're trying not to risk, breaking that momentum. Neither team has really pulled away an insane amount that would make me go, okay, look, you're down by 10. You need to call a timeout. But at the same time, they just back and forth.
Lorraine get another bucket here, back out to 4. It's very much been back and forth at the moment. But there we go, timeout for the Voodoo here, and they're going to try and reset things. And they kind of need to. They're down by 4, and they're a team expected to win this game. So they probably do need to reset things.
Yeah, I mean, BLV, I think also there was a long period without dead ball, and they had 1 or 2 players waiting to come in for about a good 3 minutes there, it felt like. But Malone staying out on the floor. So it looks like they brought in Penrod off the bench.
Yeah, West Penrod hands it off to Malone, hands it to Velka. They're going to have to hand off to someone else, otherwise they're probably not going to get the shot off. Sick. Oh, wait, Velka tries to go in and, misses it. That almost would have been a bucket, I think. They had a good shot there. As Parak, Oh, good layup.
Akiak Prack just reverse dunked it. One ball. That was
Yeah, that
great
was a great
heads-up
dunk.
play, passing down low in the post.
I'm probably not the best with terms in basketball, so if I get something wrong, just let me know.
Okay. Vilka. Vilka, they want to probably get him going from beyond the arc. He hit one earlier. He's going to drive into the paint. No good. And Lorraine, another opportunity to extend this lead. And he might see BLV call another timeout if they go down here after another bucket.
Exactly as O'Connor's got it at the moment. Lorraine trying to get another bucket. About, let's just say, 47 seconds left and 5 seconds on the shot clock. Quickly winding down. They're going to get it off. Less than a second, and they miss. So that's not a great play there, but Biloxi going for the 3, and they don't get it. And it's a very much fast play at the moment as they go for it, and Evans gets it back, and very much, I think this is how it's going to be for the rest of the quarter here, as time just winding down, and both teams go for it as Biloxi at the bucket with 19 seconds left. Ryan, I'll let you call the final seconds here for the third quarter.
Well, I want to say, once again, Malone, when he gets down low in the post, in the air, he's just unbelievable, and he should really stick to that right now. I know he probably feels like he has the ability to get it done from anywhere, but Akiak, just inside the three-point line, will end the quarter with Lorraine up by 6. That's the third quarter in a row that Lorraine has come out on top here. And I mean, they were up by 1 in the first, up by, I believe, 4 in the second, and now they're up by 6. So this lead is slowly building, and BLV really needs to come out here in the fourth quarter with an adjustment.
Exactly. Lorraine have come out swinging, and I think a lot of people didn't expect them to kind of be in this position, but they are, and they're doing pretty well. So they're going to go for a 3 there, and they won't get it, but geez, I applaud the effort. As Velka coming in, trying to go for it, misses the bucket, but will get 2 free throws instead.
Yeah, good chance to go to the line. He was a little tangled up with the defense there, or else he would have had a straight shot to the basket. I mean, the Wolf is not slow. He could have probably outran the defenders that were there. Just a little contact. And Griga! Great transitional dunk there.
Great. That is a great play there from Lorraine. Great dunk from Griga. Just, they're really taking Biloxi to task at the moment. They're looking a bit out of it, should I say.
I would, again, BLV probably maybe consider a timeout, even though at the same time, your team is going to be faced with these situations, especially come playoff time where they're down and the players need to be able to pull themselves up. So I don't know. Oh, great block from behind by Sterling. The Rain will keep the ball.
Exactly. Good block by Sterling, Benzing there. And just great play overall from him. They really needed him to lift there, and he did. Lorraine are going to get the ball back, but again, that was probably vital that he got it there, as they're playing a lot more defensive here. And about 6 seconds on the shot clock here, as Loomis outside the three-point line, trying to go in through the paint, trying to go for it, and misses. And great defensive play by Biloxi at the moment.
Nice hook shot from Vilka coming out.
Yeah, great hook shot there, and Biloxi starting to kind of lift a little bit here as they need to, as the pressure is on them at the moment. Silverman with it. I wouldn't say she's had that great of a game, but can she get a bucket? No. As Benzing gets it back, he's better get it up there and hands it off. Oh, great play there. It's back to 3 points. As Lorraine need to kind of respond here, Ryan, I think.
Well, definitely they want to keep whatever amount of the lead they can, because BLV is so explosive as a team that you can't be comfortable with a 5 or 6 point lead. You almost want to be sitting at a 12 to 20 point lead. And even then, you can't even rest on your laurels then. You have to be worried that, they're going to start shooting lights out from beyond the arc. And Free throws need to be made. Griga.
Misses the first one, and you're right, they are explosive Biloxi, and we're seeing that right now. A lot of explosivity in their play at the moment. As they are looking to get another bucket to get back in close. They're going for the three, misses, but hey, it's worth a shot. And trying to go over at Loomis, hands it off to Nagano, gets it off to Loomis again, gets it to Silman, back to Magano, gets it to Loomis. And they're a fair way back with about 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gonna go for it. Managed to get in a bit and doesn't get it. And Biloxi with another attempt to bring this game back into their margin and gets it. It's a 2-point game, Ryan.
Yeah, and it was a great alley-oop there. And honestly, I don't even necessarily mind if BLV wants to take three-pointers, as long as they're smart three-pointers. And Vilka, open threes, those are smart. Malone open threes, not so much. So just as long as they take high IQ 3-point attempts. But
yeah, so get it to the right players to take the free throws and don't give it to Malone, who's pretty old. Which makes sense. And Magano going for a shot and gets it back out the floor. Anything you want to say, Ryan?
Well, I mean, would have been nicer if it was a three-pointer. And a foul against Kendricks. That's his third. I mean, there's plenty of time for not a lot of time left to foul out, so I'm not too worried about too much contact here. I kind of expect both teams to roll with their starters the rest of the way through. I just want to see how Lorraine responds if BLV continues to be so close. And free throws coming out to bite both teams. Not
exactly with that. They're going to bite them as Silverman tries to go for it, but doesn't quite get it off. Gets a bumped or blocked or something.
I think it was blocked by Vilka from behind, and I think she was confused by it too.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I thought it was either a bump or a block because of how it went. But yeah, great block there by Biloxi. 3 points in. If they can get a 3-point shot here, they've tied up the game. But they're going to go through the paint, go for it, and bring it back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, that was just the defense made a bad call there, and you saw the player in the post step away from the basket. The help defense was not in tune with one another. But there we see a great answer back. Magnano dunking it off the pass from Silverman. Great play from Lorraine to answer back.
Yeah, great answering back by Lorraine there. Can Biloxi give a reply to that reply? Let's see as Valka's got it. Comes through the paint, gets it to Shock. Shock, ooh, good block by Lorraine there. They're really standing tough against Biloxi at the moment, but they're really going to keep going here. As trying to get through the paint here. And a bit of a steal there by Lowenthal. Lowenthal trying to go for it. He's wide open, going for the dunk and gets it. And it's back to 1 point.
I mean, that's one way to make sure the bucket goes down is to take your paw and put it through the hoop. And Sterling, his 4th foul now. He does need to start being a little careful. I mean, if he gets to a 5th one here too quickly, he could foul out. So maybe keep an eye on the rain and see if they target him. And Griga!
Wow, 2 great dunks in a row.
Well, River bit a little too hard trying to intercept that pass, and Griga just caught the ball, spun around, and slammed it down. And that was just beautiful from the Goose.
Exactly, as they're going to go over the shot here, Biloxi, and it's back to a point. It's very much back and forth basketball at the moment with 7 minutes to go. This could be anyone's game as Loomis hands it off to Silverman. Silverman going for it and gets it. Another good bucket there by Lorraine. They're just keeping their heads above water at the moment. As Biloxi trying to go through it again. They're going to try again, but a bit of blocking here by Lorraine. Shot clock winding down a bit here as we're down to 6 seconds on it. And now they really need to get off, but they've gotten open. And they get the bucket. Great play there by Biloxi. They really held out.
And the field goal possession differential there starting to show. Lorraine able to get the offensive rebound. Silverman off the screen. That three coming out at an important point, putting them back up by 4.
Exactly. Great three by Silverman, and that is really going to help them at the moment. Down to 6 minutes. Lowenthal goes for the bucket and gets it. Back to 2. And Lorraine still holding on, but Biloxi coming in fast at the moment. And Ryan, this has been a great game so far.
That it has. I mean, they've both been answering back and forth. The greatest lead has been 7, and that was by Lorraine. And now BLV has a chance to tie it up here and strip ball. Silverman. No one can catch her. She elevates for the dunk.
Great dunk by Silverman. I said she wasn't exactly having a great game. Now she is. She's really lifted since I made that comment.
Yeah, well, she gets the fans on their feet. There was an opportunity for BLV to tie it there, and that evaporated. And Kim, step back three-pointer, no good. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too aggressive in the step back. Probably had a little bit more time to set his claws and take the shot there, but he was trying to silence the crowd with a 3, and it just did not work out.
Exactly. I think they're getting a bit too aggressive with it. Biloxi, they just need to get the ball through the hoop at the moment, and there's a foul. Benzing with another one.
Yeah, and that's going to be a problem. I mean, he could go 5 minutes without a fouling out. It's possible. But he's put himself in a situation now where he has to keep that in mind. If he is going up to block a shot for the next 5 minutes, he has to be careful.
Exactly. He's got to be a very cautious polecat here. And just, by the way he plays, I don't think he's going to keep that in mind. But we will have to see, as we've got 4 minutes 32 on the clock. And tries to go for the 3, and oh, it just goes in. Great play by Biloxi.
I don't know how he makes that with the defense draped all over him, but misses some of the other ones. I mean, maybe he needs a little pressure to shine. And Griga doesn't care, just gets the crowd on their feet once more with another dunk here.
Exactly, a lot of dunks here in the final quarter. Lorraine still ahead. They can taste the victory, but these next 4 minutes are going to be crucial. As let's try and drive to the paint. Here we go. Riva going for it. Gets it, and that's another bucket for Biloxi. Back to 3 points. And Silverman coming through at the moment. Trying to look for it, and a bit of trying to go for a steal. Doesn't. Tompo doesn't get it.
Yeah, she's cooled off a little bit. Ooh, a block there, but Kim able to get the bucket back. They need to get a shot from this possession. They can't afford to leave this empty-handed.
Riva trying to go for it, but blocked. Kendricks hands it off to Griga. Whoa, one person in front of them, behind him, and then it's a foul by Valka here, and Lorraine with 2 free throws here. First one goes in, and Lorraine playing a great game today. With another one, and it's back to 3 points. Ryan, this is going to be a great performance for Lorraine, and this might just set their season, perhaps.
Well, it definitely puts them in the right step after All-Star Week to make a playoff push. I mean, obviously, they have some work to do. And Sterling fouling out, and that was such a silly foul, unfortunately, there. He was going in for a reach-in.
That polecat, trust me, he better be glad he's done it in this game, because that could, if he does that in the playoffs, that could really cost his team.
Yeah, well, they're down by 7, and they just lost their center. I mean, obviously, Elcombe, with other 4 players on the court, they'll have an opportunity, and they just need to convert some of these possessions and actually get a stop on defense. And that's been where Lorraine has shown through, is that they have matched every bucket when needed. And they're going to go ahead and call timeout here because they're up by 5, but as I said, 5 points is not a comfortable lead. So they need a bucket here. Every possession needs a bucket almost.
Exactly. You gotta fight fire with Biloxi, and if you're Lorraine, you gotta keep getting those buckets. As she's got player of the game highlights here.
Well, assuming the game goes Lorraine's way, I think Tompo has definitely shown her stuff here tonight, and I would say she has earned player of the game. I mean, from three-point range and even getting it done down low in the post. But that's if Lorraine can hold on here tonight. And Griga!
Exactly. Griga going for it.
Dancing his way around the defense. I don't think they expected the big Goose to have that much of a explosive first step, but he lays it up and in.
Exactly, and as you said, if Lorraine hold on here, I think Tompo is your player of the game here, as Biloxi going for it and get it, and Tompo has got the ball now. Almost down to the final 2 minutes here of this game. Lorraine have got to respond here and just keep responding. And they're going to try and go for it. Kendricks, great dunk. Great dunk.
Yeah, and Lorraine, the defense against them is playing so tight, but it's leaving gaps with all this motion. And Kim for three, they really needed that there, and that miss might be the one that ends it if Lorraine gets a bucket here. It'll put them up by 9, and Tonpo unable to make it.
Almost, but geez, both teams not doing well at the threes, and I think if Biloxi were doing a lot better with the threes, I think they'd be winning this game right now. As Kim trying to go for it, gets the bucket, and it's back to 5, but there's about 1 minute 19 left. If Lorraine just keep going the way they're going, I think the win's going to be theirs.
Yep, Lorraine. Oh my goodness, that dish down low. Oh, I was about to say, if BLV can get a stop and get a bucket, they have a great chance. But after a shot like that, I mean, okay, an and one is the next best situation. If they convert this, they'll be within 4, but that's a 2-possession game they find themselves in, and Lorraine has not shown any weakness on offense. All they need to do is get a bucket here.
Exactly. They were not given a chance going into this game, but Lorraine might just be walking away with the win here. As Grieger hands it off to Silverman. About 7 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get it off as Pratt's going to go for it and get it. And that'll be a 3, and I think that might be it as the Voodoo go for a timeout.
They needed a bucket, and he absolutely delivered with that clutch 3 there as the shot clock wound down. They were obviously trying to burn as much clock as possible, but to get a bucket on not only just a bucket, a three-pointer in that situation, that puts them up by 7. It is now a 3-possession game for BLV, and they need a quick 3 from Kim. Oh, it's only a 2, actually.
Only a 2 there. I thought it was a 3-2, but it's a 2. And this game, I think you can put it on ice as Grieger misses the bucket.
Oh.
Actually,
I would say that's actually the worst situation because they thought they had a free bucket there, but okay, there they go. They finally held it. See, Griga, that could have cost them. He should have just held the ball, but he had there was a 2-on-1. Griga and I believe that was Elcom, or not Elcom, sorry, Lowell were down there, and they had an opportunity with only one defender, and the fact that Griga missed that gave BLV the slightest window, but they were unable to convert it, and just like that, I think this is it. Up by 7. I don't think BLV can close this.
I don't think so either. I think we're going to be seeing a good win here by Lorraine. Very much a win that, as I said, people weren't expecting, but they're going to get it. And
they just passed it right into Adi Morales' chest, and I mean that's going to count as a steal, I guess, technically. But when your opponent just hands you the ball inbounding, I don't know if that should count.
I don't know either, but that's going to be a bit of a funny way to end this game, as they're just going to run out the clock, and Lorraine will win 106-99. And
we'll dive into the stats here. And Tompo finishing with 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Kendricks, 6 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Only took 4 shots total tonight. Didn't need to do that much, but did it efficiently. Griga, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. 4 dunks coming out from the Goose. 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals from Silverman. Loomis, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Perfect from the free throw line. Pratt came in with that clutch three-pointer, finished with 7 points, a rebound, and 3 assists, a steal, and a block as well. Lowe, perfect 5 for 5 from the floor, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 of which were offensive. Magnano, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. 4 for 6 from the field with 1 free throw also made. O'Connor, 2 for 2, 4 points, 4 rebounds in 16 minutes. Durand, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. Definitely struggled. 2 for 11 from the field, pulling down the average for Lorraine a bit there. Rollinghouse, 3 points, 1 rebound, and 2 turnovers. Not so great at holding on to the ball. Cam Hickok, 0 for 2. And Morales with a quote-unquote steal, I'll say. Jumping on over to BLV, Derek Kim, 19 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Vilkasitis, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block. Lowenthal, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 6 for 8 from the field, so did it well. I would like to have seen him get involved in the three-point game, but I think by the time the coach was wanting to get into it, they were trying to get Kim to take the shots. River, 23 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 for 19 from the floor. Sterling fouling out, but finished with 7 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. Malone, 8 points, 4 for 10 coming off the bench. Cantor, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 block. 2 for 3 from the field, and Malone's field goal percentage would have been above 50% had he not taken 3 threes, but that's a gripe for another day. Evans, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 for 2 from the field. Foster, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, 2 for 6 from the floor. Penrod, 4 points, 2 for 2 from the field, only played 10 minutes though, so did not get a ton of time to show off. Ekholm, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block, doing a bit of everything in his minutes, also perfect from the floor. Smart shot selection. Dylan Shook, 1 steal in 7 minutes, and then Vora just came in to turn the ball over, basically. And it really gets into looking at the quarter by quarter. Just Lorraine came out on top in every quarter in the end.
Very much so. It's one of those kind of games where just a team managed to hold on and win in each quarter, really. As we just kind of look at the stats here, and it's just they probably managed to play probably one of the best games they've played all season against a team that very much, I would say, a lot of people fancy to do very well in the playoffs. So, Lorraine keeping their playoff hopes alive here. Ryan, this was a great game.
That it was. I mean, I definitely think Lorraine coming in hot off All-Star Week is an important first step for them if they want to get into the playoffs. And they pretty much led every category, statistically speaking. And BLV really need to refocus. Because while, yes, they've already clinched their playoff spot, they are a team that is in the hunt for the first overall seed, and they want that home court advantage all the way to the finals at least. And, they're not a team that will be happy with just, winning a playoff series or two. The only way that BLV will be happy is if they take home a championship. And they did not play like champions tonight.
Yeah, they did not play like champions, I can tell you. And I think if they're going to rely on talent like they are, they need a bit more strategy, I think, if they're going to be truly champions, I think, in my opinion. But we will have to see come playoff time. But great game here. Lorraine get the upset win against Biloxi. Ryan, take us out.
Yep. Thank you again, Wes, for joining me.
You're welcome.
I've been Ryan Eastman. Thank you all for tuning in for SportsDen, and we'll catch you next time. Have a good night.